Hi, YouTubers. Welcome to my channel, Christina T. Talk Show News. So today we're going to go ahead and talk about the status of the stimulus checks. So I already had did a video about what's going on with the stimulus. So I'm going to go ahead and read a little sample of the about the stimulus status of it. So please like this video, please like and subscribe to my channel, and let's go ahead and begin. So it says here, we for the final yes. The stimulus irrigation still an obstacle a week before election. Can a new COVID relief bill squeeze by before the election? Here's where the situation stands. It said two self-imposed deadlines have come and gone to tie up the loose ends on a stimulus package before the November 3rd election, taking place in 8 days on November 3rd. That leaves a razor-thin timeline to pass a bill before election day or possibly bring a new irrigation to a vote just after election. Dispute the Subnev Norgan, some top politics remain obstacle. We are waiting for the final yes. House Nancy Speaker Pelosi is also the bill lead Democrat Norfolk said Sunday morning on the State of the Union, adding that she's hopeful to work out the final details on the nation test, school funding, and unemployment aid. There are unsolved topics that continue to separate the two sides. Why it's impossible that the last dash efforts could yield a bill that comes to a vote before election day. Others have thrown cold water on the possibility of pushing a bill through, one that would include a second stimulus checks of up to 1,200 going out to eligible Americans amid a coronavirus pandemic expected to claim more lives and jobs this winter. I don't have a comment from Stephen Mnuchin, Leader McConnell, that if we get an agreement, he's willing to bring it to the floor and get it passed, while the House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows said early on the same program. Then it also said McConnell is in fact a source of doubt. The Republican leader of the GPOP demand the Senate has made an objection, knowing continuing President Donald Trump not to move forward with a Nancy Pelosi deal. Accordingly, Mitch McConnell has previously said that he would put a stimulus vote to the Senate floor if a deal is made. He has not publicly committed to a timeline. The bill on this is probably going to be higher than I wanted it to be, and I'm very uncomfortable with that. Senator Colorado and Republican from Florida said October 22nd, I think the price of not doing something is even higher. So as long as it's limited in some way, as long as it's not crazy, yes, I'm willing to be flexible about because I think it's important. Butterworth add, Trump has hinted that he would pressure Senate Republicans to pass the vote during the October 22nd presidential debate. Trump said he's prepared to get a deal done. We are ready, willing, and able to do something. So, You know, it's crazy that they saying that they trying to go ahead and do the stimulus bill, and they still don't have no deal. They still keep going back and forth about this bill, and then they say it's going to pass on the election day. That's not impossible because I don't. Um, it's heartbreaking that we had to keep waiting. And then I did say in my channel, my first video that I just made not so long ago. Y'all can check that out. I also was saying that the reason why that they don't want to give us a stimulus check because they are afraid that we're going to be in debt, and they are afraid that that they're going to have to let the taxpayers to pay all that money back and stuff, and they don't want to be, what I'm saying, be in debt because of it. And so that's why they prolonging about sending us a check for the American people. Now I'm finna also read this other article that I'm finna share what they saying about will it be ready. Okay. Okay, so it said, will it be ready? The STEM notifications on razor thin timeline will session in days away. What could happen next? Okay. It says here,
take away your health care. He's even echoed lies some have called slander, been asked to apologize. He
I'm sorry, guys. It's a little bigger had popped up. And then it says here, it said with the two, this what it says here, it said with the two self-imposed the deadline come and gone to a tie up the loose ends on it. I think I already read this already. Gathering with the economy falling out of the coronavirus pandemic have been pending their benefits. But the door for such assistance slammed shut by President Donald Trump early this month to Azure remain there. According to Booming News, we continue to be engaged in the notifications, and I had hopeful. Then also say I thought Landmark have yet to break the logjam. Mr. Trump has instructed the Congress to pass a stimulus bill ahead of the presidential election next month. The president told Fox News on Tuesday that he wants a bill even bigger. October 13 when he had posted that on Twitter. Then it also says that reveals from Mr. Trump's position earlier this month, $5 billion in aid for airlines and $135 billion in fresh loans for small businesses. Then it also Street Insert remain the skepticism that the Congress will reach an agreement before November 3rd. Treasury Secretary Stephen Mnuchin told the CNBC last week that the deal would be hard to get done before the election. So here's the thing that I don't believe that it's going to happen. This stimulus check, I don't believe that it's going to happen at all. And they prolonging, that's what they doing. They prolonging and they want us to believe that we want to get one. But in the news that I had seen, they said that they don't want to send out another one because they don't want to be in debt. And see, they're not telling us the truth. They're not being real with us. Why they not giving us one? Why it's taking so long? And it's very sad that we had to go through this situation. It's not our fault that this pandemic had came and everybody lost their job, people lost their homes, and people don't have nowhere to go. People don't have no food to feed their kids, to feed themselves. People can't pay their bills and that stuff. It's so saddening that we had to go through this, and they lied to us in our face and saying that yes, we're going to get a stimulus, but they saying it's not going to pass an election. And I remember that when Nancy Pelosi, she had did a video, not an interview, not a video, I'm sorry, she had did an interview with, I think they was with the CNN, and so when she was talking, in the White House, and the people were sitting in their chairs, and when she got finished, with her interview, when she was finished, I heard one of the reporters had, what I'm saying, whispered to one another, saying that how it's going to pass in the election. I don't think it's going to pass an election. That's what one of the reporters had said. When she got done talking about the stimulus checks, whatever, and she said that it's going to pass and it's going to go um, through election day, and they said that it's not going to happen. They don't think it's going to go through in the election. So, I mean, y'all, please do not get your hopes up. I really, truly, just letting y'all know that just don't get your hopes up, because it's almost election day, and Christmas about to be coming around the corner, and it's sad that we have to go through all this, and how can we get our kids Christmas toys, and how we gonna, what I'm saying, put food on our table and pay bills and our lights and stuff like that. How can we pay our light bill, my phone bill, and our rent? And some of these people rent is behind. And even though if they said that they don't want to be in debt, the Democrat, they should have took that $5 billion and send the checks to the American people if they don't want to be in debt. And then one of the senators had said that let the people be bankrupt. That's not nice to say. We did not ask to go through this situation or whatever. That's not nice to say that he said it, let them go bankrupt. And that's what Joe Biden had said when he was in his when he was doing debate with Trump. So I mean, things is not looking so good when it comes down to stimulus package. They can't make up their mind. They keep saying one thing and the other. Are we going to get one? It's going to go out. And then one minute they say that we ain't reached no deal. It's always a everyday new stuff come out, and they can't stick on one page with each other, one another. I just don't understand why we have to keep going through this every different new subjects every day, and they can't get a clue about this stimulus. So I just wanted to let y'all guys know what's going on with the T, the reason why they don't want to give us one, because they said they're going to be in debt. And they're not telling the American people that they want the American people to believe that we're going to get a stimulus check, and it's just heartbreaking, saying that they're not being real with us, but they don't want to give us one. And I'm saying, and a lot of people is looking forward to get a stimulus check, and they don't see any of it. So it is kind of heartbreaking that we had to go through this situation. So that's what's going on. They should have just gave us that. And then it ain't only just the Democrats and Republicans, because you really can't blame everything on the Democrats and Republicans, because the Senate, they also play a part in it too. So you have to look at the Senate, because the Senate really don't want to give nobody nothing. The Democrat, they try their hardest, and the Republican, they don't want to reach the deal with Nancy Pelosi more than 2.2 trillion, and she's still keeping that number, but ain't no deal. They saying they don't want that, like they did the 1.8 trillion that Trump had wanted. They didn't want that. So when they did the 500 billion, when they did other small bills, none of it not passed. So it's not the Democrat, it's the Republicans and the Senate, because the Senate really don't want to give us nothing. You get what I'm saying? Because and then also when Mitch McConnell had the 500 billion, it didn't have no stimulus checks in it. That's why it did not went through. Okay. Now, what Mitch McConnell should have did, he should have added the stimulus checks in there and the unemployment in there, or whatever that matter. It would have went through, but that stimulus check was not in that bill. That's why it did not go through. They should have put the stimulus check in that bill, and that could have been the answer for today. You get what I'm saying? And they just afraid that they're gonna be in debt, so they don't want to go a higher number, and they not telling us the truth. People, they don't watch the news like that. Some people, they look at YouTube, and they look at these YouTubers talk about stimulus checks and other stuff that matter, and they don't look at the other stuff with the news be talking about. And so, one thing about YouTube, if you miss the news or something like that, you can always look back, see if they talk about the stimulus checks, what they talk about the unemployment and stuff like that, the shutdown, and all that other stuff. You can re-go back, and you can look at things like that if you miss something on TV, or you went to the store someday and you did not see anything, the update. You can look on YouTube, because YouTube is a good platform, because you can look up stuff, and they show it right in your face, and they let you know what's really going on. So I just want y'all guys to know the real tea. I'm not here for the get a clickbait. I want my fans to know the honest truth, because some of these people that do the stimulus checks and updates and stuff, they not telling y'all about that. They saying that they're gonna be in debt, and that's the reason cause of why they don't want to send another stimulus check and stuff like that. They're not telling y'all that. The only thing they keep telling y'all that we might get one. Then they saying something about it might not pass by the election day. That's all they telling y'all. They're not telling y'all about it's gonna be in debt. They're not telling y'all that. I had found out myself, and I seen the video last night myself. It's called The Nation about the stimulus check. That's what they was talking about, and it's a long video. It's not too long, but it's a long video. But you really have to sit there and watch it, and they tell you every step, every step in the way. And then some of these people are going back. It's another thing too. The reason why they didn't want to send another stimulus package, because some of the people they went back to work. Some people is still unemployment, but they saying that all the numbers look good, people back to work, da da da. And then also they don't want to be in debt. So it's a reason why they don't want to send out another stimulus checks, because they don't want to be in debt. And then also most people had went back to work. Some people did not went back to work. Some people still unemployed. So at the end of the day, that's what's really going on. But I think, in my opinion, they should have just put the stimulus checks and the unemployment money in that bill, and I think they would have passed the House for the 500 billion if they did not want to go any higher number. That Nancy Pelosi wanted 2.2 trillion, and Donald Trump had wanted 1.8 trillion. Then it was the 1.9 trillion. They didn't want that neither. And it's a lot of bills that had passed. They passed 5 bills, and this money still sitting there. So I don't know if they waiting if something gonna super bad happen, or if they hold that money just in case if Social Security run out of funds. Because like I said in my video, that I was looking at one of the Social Security. Y'all can look it up too. Y'all can type in Social Security. They also talk about Social Security, about what I'm saying, what's going to happen. And so I looked at on YouTube about the Social Security, and the man did say out his mouth. I don't know how true this is. I mean, I'm just the messenger. I'm just letting y'all guys know what I heard. He said out his mouth that what is happening is that they can't not take Social Security cannot take the general fund. They can't not take that. So they said the Senate and Democrat was telling a lie. That's what the man was saying. Somebody the Senate, I mean, in Trump, and he said they cannot do that. So I don't know if they keeping funds for Social Security, because when Trump had did a tax thing, and they did say that Social Security gonna be bankrupt in 2021 to 2023. That's what they saying, but they saying that's not gonna happen. So I don't know if they holding the funds for that. See, they not telling us what is going on. They not telling us. You had to find out yourself. You had to do your own research when it come down about the stimulus package and about Social Security. They're not gonna tell you certain stuff, so you have to do your own research. And this is good that we have computers. This is good that we have phones to. If you know you don't have a computer or not, it's good that you have some type of electronic to type and look up things what's going on in the world, because certain news not gonna tell you every detail about what's going on with Social Security. They'll tell you about certain things like the stimulus package, stuff like that. But certain things like Social Security, they're not gonna say they can't take it out of the general fund and blah 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 blah. See, stuff like that, you need to know what's going on. So I just want to share this with y'all because I don't want y'all to be worried about it. I mean, I'm hoping to pray that that they do not um let Social Security go away because people really need that money. People from Sanderson's, um, young children get disabilities, also disability checks. So I just hope it don't go bankrupt. But my opinion, I don't know if that's what they holding the money to just in case if something happened with Social Security, or if they holding up the money for something else. So we have to see what's going on. And then also Social Security, they is getting a raise next year. So I just want y'all guys to know that also. So please like and subscribe to my channel. I will do a next video. If I see something, I will let y'all guys know. I let my fans know what's going on. So please like and subscribe to my channel and comment. Answer any questions. I'll let y'all guys know what is going on when it comes by the stimulus package and Social Security. All right, bye.